Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode in the Binance Live channel. The Binance Africa channel is bringing to you this particular episode, courtesy the Binance P2P Team Africa. And we have a whole lot to discuss on today, especially as we are looking to amplify our educational pushes around the one of the biggest products on Binance today. I mean, you already know the Binance P2P product is very big in its offerings. It covers a lot of regions. It is one of the easiest way to onboard into Binance, to onboard or to get your assets onto Binance. If you want to buy cryptocurrencies from your peers, from fellow Binance users, the best platform to use is Binance P2P. In today's episode, I am joined by somebody very, close to us from the P2P team who has been on ground to see to it that all of our concerns as a community are attended to see to it that all of the issues that really bother us in P2P are sorted, and somebody who is like a go-to person when you have issues around P2P in Africa. It's no other person than Sonny. I'm going to allow Sonny to introduce himself very quickly before we get started.
All right. Hi, Ben. Thank you very much for having me on today's episode of the Binance Live. Okay, my name is Sonny Joseph. I represent the Binance P2P team for Africa. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sonny. It's really good to have you. Just so you know, Sonny is actually he actually came on this live impromptu because he's standing in for one of his colleague as well who just couldn't be on the call due to some technical issues. But he's always equipped to answer and to attend to everything that relates to P2P. Today's conversation is going to be somewhat very short but detailed, especially as we are looking to explore and to bring the attention of our users to some of the concerns that are bothering around P2P safety, that are bothering around new products launched by the P2P platform. And we're going to be talking about a whole lot of things. We're going to start off with a brief introduction of what Binance P2P is for users who are just hearing about it for the first time. We're also then going to look at some of the new P2P automated payments systems that we have, rolling out shortly. And then we are also going to look at one of the solid products that has been deployed by the P2P team across Africa. It's a very solid use case, especially because a lot of people do not have access or still dealing with trust issues, and you want to interact physically with your with your customers or clients. A lot of people would love this particular product. It's called the P2P Cash Zone. And afterwards, we're going to take some feedback from you in the comment section. If you have any feedback for the P2P team and something you think we can do to, to improve on the product, please do well to reach out to us via the comment section, or as well, you can chat to us via Binance Telegram community, Binance West Africa. That's the Telegram handle. I'll drop the link shortly. And then we'll talk about, very importantly, we're going to look at some of the safety measures to keep your account safe, especially in West Africa, right? Today, we are looking at Ghana as a case study. We are going to be exploring some of the strategies or issues around P2P transactions. And, some of you have experienced them and how to keep your accounts safe. Sonny, are you up for this tax?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm just waiting for you to pass on the
Great.
ball so I can get playing.
Great. Thank you so much. Without any
Yeah.
further ado, let's give Sonny the platform to take us through the session.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ben. I hope you can see my slides up.
Yes, we can.
All right. Okay. So thank you. So today's we will be speaking majorly on the P2P cash zone future. But then, while speaking on the cash zone future, I'm going to be branching onto some of the latest product that we have also launched more recently. Like the name implies, cash zone, right? Binance have introduced the P2P Cash Zone very recently. This is one of our products where you are able to transact physically with your counterpart. It is the newest trading zone that we have available, and it also allows users to locate the nearest verified merchant store that offers cash to crypto transactions. It is also one that enables maker and takers to collect crypto in person at a store with zero fees. No fees required to carry out a transaction with any verified cash merchant. Only verified cash merchant can post advertisements within the cash zone area for Binance P2P. Who should be in Binance P2P cash zone? Everyone can, but especially if you've been a merchant who has experience with trading, then you qualify to be a cash zone merchant. Um, um, Tourists traveling into a new country, needing easy, and if you're frustrated, you can actually get your currency converted within any store closest to you. You'd be able to see the stores available on the map, and then you can see how closest that you are. And then users can on bank in very unbanked regions, for example, who have limited access to financial services, can also take advantage of the face-to-face transaction via a cash store. Um, I'm going to be playing a quick video here on how to use Binance P2P Cash Store. So please just watch this very quickly. All right, so I'm going to play this now. Okay, so it's as easy as that, right? Just a few click and you already get your cash available to you. It's as simple as that. And then you'll be able to see the location of a verified merchant within a store closest to you when you select the cash option to trade with on the Binance P2P platform. So how to trade crypto on Binance P2P Cash Zone. That was a video we just watched. I'm not going to go through this so that I do not take a lot more time trying to explain it. But then the video is available on YouTube. You can actually watch and see that it's actually very straightforward. But then if you're on your P2P um, um, Binance application, all you need to do is to hit the P2P at the top of the mobile application, and then a drop down comes up like the second slide here, and then you select cash. And when you select cash, you'll be able to see the closest merchants who are buying or selling within your region and the ones closest to you. And if you enter the amount you want to buy, you would be able to transact with the closest merchants to you as quickly as possible. This is basically just trying to explain in details of how you can transact on the Binance P2P Cash Zone platform, how to buy as well as sell. And it's important to drop very positive feedbacks at the end of every transaction. So, as usual, we would always give back to the community. So, we expect that you join the Binance P2P Cash Zone Hackathon, you share feedback and win rewards. So you scan this QR code right now that you can see on my screen. You share your feedback about the cash trade, and you would get up to 5 USDT in token voucher for sharing. Um, all on the first come, first serve basis. So for as many people who can already scan this code, you would be able to win 5 USDT in token voucher to be shared among first come, first serve basis. And also next month, we're going to be running a 1,000 USDT pool for the very first 10 merchants who will sign up to support the Cash Zone platform. So if you're hearing me now, it is advised that you quickly sign up to support cash trade in Ghana, such that you will be among the first 10 people who is going to share 1,000 USDT for the promotion that we'll be releasing out next month. Yes. So, who are cash merchants? This is a very important question. Cash merchant, like I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, are advanced crypto merchants with experience in the regular trading zone. So they can become experienced also in the cash zone area because they've done this for a while. They understand, the expectations that we have from our merchants, and they can fulfill them. And also, in order for you to be able to support the cash zone, you need to be an owner of a physical store with regular opening hours, and then you would be able to support the cash zone merchant. Also, there are very simple steps to becoming a cash merchant. All you expected to do is if you go on the regular platform where you currently sign up to become a merchant, you will see the cash merchant option. You will have to log into, of course, your merchant portal to provide basic information and register your store. There's also the security deposit requirement that you're expected to provide. It is very, very easy step. Step two of the application process is that after initial review, you wait for Binance agents to contact you via telephone, telegram, or then we would carry out a store review to be sure that you actually own a store. You'll be providing a few informations to us. Upon successful store review, you may log into your portal and publish advertisement via cash, and then people would be able to transact with you. It's actually very easy and straightforward. What are the benefits of actually becoming a cash merchant? Everyone wants to know why they should be cash merchants. So here are a few benefits of why you should become cash merchant. Get access to more trade from users who are near you, who want to trade physically. You can enlarge your customer base, and of course, you diversify your store income. So maybe you use your store for other business types. You also can support, the cash merchant in order for you to be able to increase your revenue or your business profitalization. Also, you need to gain general regional traffic through the P2P cash trade zone, which displays your list cash stores across different locations within the country. If you have more than one store, for example. Also, you customize physical gift cards of your preferred price in a single click. These options are available to you if you support the cash zone area. Cash merchant exclusive marketing collaterals and activities are also available to you if you support the cash merchant zone. So here are examples of powerful trading experiences for your users, and then you can manage your orders also very easily as a maker. So as a merchant who places ad, you'd be able to manage activities um, very nicely and neatly as well, and you do not need a lot of hustle to go through this. Um, yeah, this is just further explaining how the experience is for a user who wants to be able to collect an ad from you as a merchant. This is what is expected for you to see from the back end, all your advertisement listed, and then the different locations, or all advertisement listed by other merchants as well as yourself, and then the different locations that you're all available in. Very important too, brand exposure. You have your store name listed. Users can easily, find all of your store listed on your profile page with a designated cash ad tab. So the cash ad tab is actually different from the regular ad tabs that we currently have. So you have the ability to be able to post even more advertisements across the market that increases, your profitalization as well. Okay, so I actually encourage everyone on this call to become a verified P2P cash merchant by clicking on this, scanning this QR code, and then sign up such that you can share part of the 1,000 pool of transactions that we're offering next month. It is very important that you do, and also join the pool of merchants who want extra means to make legit and good income. Thank you very much. So I would allow Ben take on, then I can present the next slide for how you can be safe transacting on Binance P2P in West Africa.
Thank you so much, Sonny. Very interesting product out there. For those of us who just need some form of reiteration or explanation on what the product is, Binance Cash Zone makes it easy for you to physically interact with merchants around the world and execute your P2P trades, right?
Yes.
You can interact with merchants around the world with the cash zone feature and execute your trade in P2P. So if you are one of such merchants or such guys who likes to trade on or in real time, then this is a product you want to interact with going forward. Um I think we should talk about some of these products in practicals in some other sessions. This particular session is to emphasize. We want to emphasize what P2P is, how P2P should be used, and how to spot possible bad actors in the space. So obviously, we are expecting questions from you. If you have questions around the P2P product, you have feedback on how P2P should be executed, um, let us know in the comment section. We'll do well to attend to your question as we proceed. Yes, the next and very important session we want to look out for is a session on how to avoid P2P scams. We are going to expose you to some P2P scams that currently exist. A lot of people take advantage of the P2P product.
Hey, hope you
you
know
know
that I'm live.
can you hear me?
Live, oh. I'm live. Oh.
Oh, yeah, I know. So a lot of people take advantage of the P2P product. They try to manipulate it, right? And the concern here is some of us are so naive, do not pay attention to details, and as such might be prone to losing your monies, right? So we want to open our eyes. We want to take time out to in details break down these scam mechanics that our, what you call them now, some users, you know they take opportunities on Binance P2P and try to scam the next person. If you are able to look out for these tactics, you'll be able to protect your funds and protect your Binance P2P account as well. So with that, I would allow Sonny to take over the stage again and share with us some of the common scams on P2P and how to avoid them.
All right. Thank you very much, Ben. So I'm back again with another topic, a very important and sensitive one, just like you have mentioned. So today I'm going to be sharing, in addition to the cash zone and how to use them, common P2P scams and how we can also avoid them. So you all agree with me on this session that cryptocurrency trading is subject to high risk, and then it is also important that we know how to navigate, some of this risk that we're prone to, falling into as users or as merchants. First is I'm going to be talking about fake payment proof. This seems to be one type of scam that's been prone to be used, multiple times by scammers. As much as we are trying to build a more robust system, scammers are also evolving. So it is very important that you carefully know what is fake and what is authentic. Scammers can manipulate, screenshots and other evidences to try and make people fall into traps. Scammers will push you to release cryptocurrencies. They are always eager to, get you to do something that you're not expected to do or at the right time to do them. So you need to look out for some of these traits. The victims or the users releases the assets without confirming that they indeed have received the money. So for the Ghanaian area, it's mostly with mobile monies. A scammer is requesting you to allow cash out when you're not expected to, just so that they can already get you to doing what they want you to do as against what the platform is saying to you to do. Always look out for what the platform is asking you to do. Always confirm that you have received the money into your account before you go ahead to release the asset. Don't be under any form of pressure to release an asset when you have actually not received the money in your account. And then ways to avoid some of these, pushes and scam is to always make sure to check that you have received the money either on your account or on your wallet, confirm the money is there before you can go ahead to release the assets and give a good feedback. Like feedbacks are very important such that other people can get, very good experiences from those whom you have transacted with in the past. So always remember to give good feedback if your experience was very good while you were trading with a particular merchant or user. So now here are examples of further screenshots of some fake proofs that you can see. Some of these proofs are not exactly the original. They've been adjusted from how the original proofs look. Sometimes it could even be an SMS that has been tweaked a bit and sent from maybe a Binance one or a Binance two. But if you don't look carefully, you might think it's actually coming from Binance. So you must also look at who the sender is very carefully. It's important that you do always. So I just spoke about SMSs now. It is actually very important too. Fake SMSs, scammers are a type of proof of payment that scammers are also, very prone to using. They can send you an SMS message that looks indeed identical to the notification sent by your bank or your e-wallet application, sometimes your Momo providers as well. Um, you need to be careful to look at, who the sender is. It's very, very important. Ways that you can avoid them is always make sure to check your bank account, as I mentioned earlier, or your wallet to confirm that you have indeed received the money. Do not be deceived by whatever message comes into your mobile phone. It could have been sent by one scammer who's pressuring you to release. Um, don't simply trust the message. It's not enough. Log into your wallet account and confirm firsthand whether the funds are there. If they are there and they are available to you, that is when you should actually release your asset. It is very important. Okay, so these are some further examples of some of the fake SMSs that you can get sent to you. I know it is mostly Momo money, mobile money we have within the Ghana region, but M-Pesa is not as rampant or as popular, but more popular in the Kenyan market compared to the Ghanaian market. But these are just generally examples of some of the kind of fake SMSs that you can get come to you. Now, another type of scam that I'd like to talk about today are chargebacks. Chargebacks is a type of scam where your counterpart receives the asset, sorry, your counterpart receives the money credited and then goes back to their provider to charge the money back, claiming that it is a transaction that was done in error. Bad actors may also use chargeback features on their platform, payment platforms, to reverse the payment upon receiving the asset. This is actually a very bad one. In many cases, they try via a third party account because sometimes the bank accounts get frozen. Some payment methods like cash and online wallets allow for easy chargebacks request. We do not have a lot of these options available on the Binance P2P platform because we always ensure to detect them early enough and then already suspend this payment type. Chargeback in most cases happens when a payment has actually been legitimately made. So if someone makes a payment legitimately and then the other person is trying to be smart by ensuring that they go charge back the same payment that they made and said that it was in error. So you illegitimately steal a fund that's actually not yours, claiming that it was an erroneous transaction. Ways to avoid it is do not accept payment from third party accounts. If it happens, raise an appeal to the platform and initiate a refund to the buyer's account. If your counterpart insists on paying you via check, do not release the funds. Like I said earlier, if you have not received the assets in the first place, you should not be releasing the funds, and appeal the order immediately such that Binance can take charge and help you resolve the issue very professionally. If you already got a charge back, you can request a P2P order receipt to prove that the transaction took place, such that your provider would be able to reverse back the funds. I will repeat the last one again. If you already got a chargeback, you can request a P2P order receipt to show that there was an actual transaction that happened with you and this counterparty to prove that the transaction took place, and your providers would be able to reverse the money back to you. Common P2P scams also are a part of triangle scams. Triangle scams generally begins via other channels like WhatsApp, Telegram, Twitter, Facebook, etc. Several um, communication channels that we have. Scammers entice innocent users with tempting offers that are too good to be true, and then you fall into the traps because you want to be able to make very good incomes after a particular transaction. Ask the person to make the trade with a particular seller or on P2P. Most times they will not be the one, but they will just, lure you to the platform. And then triangle scams occur when two buyers place identical orders. Please listen carefully. Triangle scam occurs when two buyers place identical orders with the same seller. The intention is to either scam the seller into releasing more crypto than they have paid, or they want to scam the innocent buyer out of their money. Now, I'm going to play another video very quickly here so that you can see some of the types of triangle scams that you can avoid. So I'm just going to wait for that to load up while I play the video for us to watch. Okay, while the video is coming up, I may just actually proceed and then play the video much later. So these are also further examples of triangle scam. So here we have an outside, someone who's outside of Binance, the scammer A, and then the victim scammer B, right? And then you have the scammer A and then the victim. Now there are two orders that are identical, two same type of orders, but then unknown, you actually pay to the wrong person. Now, triangle scam is actually conducted by three people, where two people place a similar advertisement and then one person takes the order. So you take the order of either the right or the wrong person, and then the right person claims you have not taken the order. But let me play this video. It'll do a bit of some more, explanations to us. So I'll start with the first one. Okay, I think my network is fluctuating. I may just continue with the session as against playing the video. But yeah, my network is fluctuating. Ben, am I still with you? Can you hear me, Ben?
100%. I think the video would play, but it might take it some time to load. Okay, it's playing now.
Yeah, okay. It's playing now, yes. It's playing now.
And then if it doesn't play, we can share the video on Telegram as well.
Okay, so that's a quick video. I'm just going to play the second one now. But then, if the videos are going to take our time, we probably can share this. They'll be available on YouTube as well. You can just search for Triangle Scam on P2P, and then you'll be able to watch the videos. I think this is a version, but longer. Yeah. Yes. All right. This video is going to keep. So this video is not different from the first one I just played. So I'm just going to get going. Um, Sorry about the skippy videos there, but then they will be available on YouTube. You can search for Triangle Scam on P2P and how to avoid them, and watch to gain insight on how you can avoid them. So further is I'm going to be sharing these few tips on how you can avoid triangle scam. It is important for you not to accept third-party payment. Ask proof of identity if you are suspicious. Double check verified name on the Binance payment method corresponds to the name that this user is using to trade. The name that they've claimed to pay you with correlates with the name that they've sent you to pay. You can also avoid third-party payments by always making sure to check your bank account or wallet to confirm that you have received the full payment for all your pending P2P transactions. This is very important. Do not release an asset when you have not received payment in your account or your wallet. If the payment comes from a third party, submit an appeal on Binance and check with your bank if possible to refund or reject the transaction in order to stay safe and avoid triangle scam. How to also prevent risk. Before you start trading, check the P2P advertising profiles, check the advertisements carefully, ask proof of identity and double check verified name on the P2P method corresponds to the name on the ID so you can avoid third party payment. It's very important. Stay alert when you are interacting with a P2P buyer that pushes you to release crypto, request unnecessary information, or becomes unresponsive when you're asking questions. Pay less attention to pay less attention or more um, than um, than the agreed. This is very important. You pay very the person whom you're transacting with is paying less attention or more than the agreed terms that you're supposed to actually carry out a simple transaction. It's also important to stay alert when you're interacting with a P2P seller that asks you to cancel the order after you have already paid. These are some of the traits or signs of scammers. They also try to communicate or trade outside of the P2P platform. They offer to pay an additional commission or they're negotiating on the chat. These are, examples of traits of, scammers. It is very important to stay alert and avoid this type of transactions. Tips to protect your funds on Binance P2P is ask proof of identity and double check verified name. As I earlier mentioned, it's very important. The names that the merchants have put on the terms and condition correlates with the name that you have received payment with, and verify that you receive the funds in your account or your wallet before you release the assets. Keep a record of all proof of communication and transaction within the Binance chat. Do not agree to go out of Binance to have conversations. Communicate only via the Binance P2P chat, like I mentioned. If you encounter an issue or a disagreement with the counterparty, open an appeal. Let Binance handle this professionally. We have very professional dispute analyst team who's going to take up this particular transaction and give it the best attention that it needs. Use the hide feature and share your advertisement only with people that you trust. Um, um, Mark and order requirements to trade, number of days that they've been on the platform, Our verified merchants also have, a security deposit locked with us. You will see this on all of their profiles, the number of people they've traded with within the last 30 days. These are important informations that you need to look through before you can carry out a transaction with a merchant. Trade with experienced merchants verified by Binance. It gives you a lot more assurances to ensure you don't get scammed. Look for advertisements with automated payments. Automated payments is a new feature coming to Ghana soon that's going to release the assets automatically to your funding wallet as soon as you make payments without any manual intervention. You can also look for advertisements with automated the lightning sign, or you can go under payment and select automated payment, and you see all the merchants who support this payment method. Block suspicious counterparties so that you do not transact with them further. This is very, very important that you do. So here I will take questions, and it would bring us to the end of this episode of how you can prevent scam on Binance P2P. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sonny. Makes a lot of sense. I mean, there's so much that you've covered in this short period.
Thank you, Ben.
For everyone watching, we are definitely going to, you know, have this, session as a recorded session posted in our community. You're going to have links to rewatch and reread the slides to be sure that you're on the safe side. The goal for us here is to get you to be aware of the possible and the potential strategies that are being deployed against our users, and then you can guide against them when you have this knowledge. Some people are ignorant or adamant, or pay less attention to proof of payment. You need to validate your proof of payment and what have you. So, but before I go to questions, Sonny shared a barcode. I'm certain that most of us might not have been able to get that barcode. So what I did was I was able to get the link to that barcode. If you want to be a part of the hackathon, Sonny, is that what it is?
Yes, so there's a hackathon where you share feedbacks to us. I'm just going to, okay, here. But more importantly, we need our merchants in Ghana to actually scan this code and sign up to become verified merchants. This is actually very
Exactly.
important, such that they can share part of the campaign of up to 1,000 USDT that would be put up next month. And then here you have the what's it called? The scan and win. We're sharing 5 USDT in token vouchers, so you can share this, and then you can give it. It's a feedback campaign where we want to take feedbacks from you as well as reward you for giving us a feedback. So these two barcodes are important to scan, but more importantly, the last barcode, this one, is important such that we can see those who are almost interested now to complete the process before the campaign is live, so that they can benefit from the 1,000 USDT to be shared.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if you scan the code, it takes you to the francophone version. But I mean, you can always, toggle in and see
Yeah,
the
so you
English.
can, all you need to do is just change the language to English, and then you will see the English version by default. So this, what
Exactly.
code, what QR code, is it the first one or this one that takes you
So
to the francophone
the
version?
verified merchant page.
Okay, so you just need to change to English, depending on the browser that you use. But most browsers will pop up, and then once you change to English, you'd be able to apply very easily. Or if you are a verified P2P merchant, just go to your P2P platform, and then you should be able to apply just like you apply to become a merchant. You should also
Mhm.
be able to apply to become a cash merchant very seamlessly.
Thank you so much, Sonny. Just before we leave the barcode segment, could you share the first one so that I'll get the code and share in the chats again
Okay,
for our
the
users?
feedback. Yeah, the feedback and win. Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, the
The feedback
scan
and
and win.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, can and win.
So what this does for us is you join the hackathon,
Yeah, you
share your
join the
feedback about
hackathon,
the
you
product.
check the card, and you win rewards. Yes.
Great. Okay. So I'm pasting that as well. on the chat, guys. If you want to be a part of it, you want to, share feedback, please scan that code as well. And you stand the chance to also split some rewards allocated there. Um,
Yes.
so need a few questions, right? These questions
Okay.
have come in the community, and I'm certain that we have, the answers to them. Let us basically share answers to our just three questions. Number one, somebody's asking in the chat box, how do I set Binance ads on P2P?
Okay. So there are actually two ways. So it's either you're a user or you are a verified merchant. In order for you to be able to set advertisement, new accounts would not be able to do this. You are going to be restricted to only the ability to buy over a period of time before you can now set adverts to sell. We need you to have the basic of experiences before you can start trading with other counterparties. So
Right.
it depends on the account type that you have. If your account is new, not to worry, just continue to buy more assets, and then you would eventually be able to trade, which means sell them eventually, place maker ads over a period of time. But if you're already a verified merchant, I guess that before you become verified, you actually would have traded a couple of transactions that qualify you to be a verified merchant. So I'm not sure this is a verified merchant question, but a
Mhm.
new user question. Yeah. So just
Definitely.
continue to buy more ads to gain, experience on how the platform works. And then over another week or two, you should be able to now put up these ads as a maker.
This leads us to the second question, Sonny. The second question
Okay.
is, how much is required to register as a P2P verified merchant?
Okay, so apart from the security deposit that we ensure that our verified merchant place that's available back to them whenever they need it, there are also other factors that we consider. If you go to the application page, you will see that there are a few other parameters that you need to meet. They are all spelled out there. And then as soon as you do that, in another 7 working days, you should have your account already reviewed and you get a feedback from us.
Good thing about it, Sonny, is that there is a self-monitor dashboard that you can see whether or not you
You
qualify to
qualify.
become.
Exactly. Yes,
Yes. So
exactly.
you when you
So
check
there you
through,
would
you
see all the requirements. And then
exactly.
if you qualify, then you would be able to apply. But if not, you probably see the particular requirement that is needed for you to meet in order for you to apply to become a verified P2P merchant.
Sure, sure. Guess who just joined us on this
Hey
session?
guys,
Yeah,
Very excited to
Messi.
have you, Messi. Thank you so much for joining us.
hey guys, I'm
Um,
happy to be here.
yeah, we were just going through. We finished the two slides. We're just going through some of the questions and possible concerns from the community. Sonny
Okay,
has a very perfect job so far.
thank you.
One more question, Sonny, and also
Okay.
Messi. Um, this question actually bothers some of the merchants who have done transactions on the platform for a long time and might have
Okay.
some issues that would require them to provide transaction receipts and history. Does Binance P2P, provide receipts of P2P transactions dating to a long time in history?
Yeah, so I did mention that while I was presenting, that you can actually request this. If you need to request a particular proof, I'm not sure how long ago this user or merchant wants to request back for. But then, in the case where you are involved with a chargeback case and you need a proof to show that there was a transaction between you and the counterparty, you can actually request a proof of receipt that we will share with you and you can take to your providers to show that there was a transaction that occurred. But how long ago that this merchant or user wants, I may not be able to tell, but then we can make it available to you if it's also very recent. But then maybe this is a year ago or 2 years ago. I'm not certain, but then
Mhm.
if this is still within the year, or say maybe another few months back, why not? you should be able to get that proof of receipt.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Sonny. Let me push this to Messi because I know she had a whole lot packed for us. Messi, talk to
Yep.
us about
Yes.
user safety, how the Ghanaian P2P user can protect their accounts and their assets from
Oh,
possible scam and all of that.
okay. So there are numerous ways you can protect yourself from possible scams. I mean, the first way, of course, is to protect your account. That is to have your 2FA, the 2FA authenticator there to make sure that your account in itself is safe. Now, the other ways in terms of transactions on the P2P platform, you have to make sure that one, you be sure that the account number that you get or the mobile money number or anything that you get tallies with the name of the person that is making the transaction on the P2P platform. That is the first thing that you need to make sure. To be sure that you are not doing any third party transactions. The problem with third party transactions is that if anything gets lost in third party transactions, you most likely will bear the loss for that when you partake in third party transactions. The second thing that you need to do is make sure that before you release your assets, your crypto assets, be sure that you have received the funds in your wallet. Confirm that the funds are there. Be sure that the money is there. Do not let any merchant or user bully you or coerce you into releasing crypto that you have not yet, when you have not yet confirmed its receipt. Also, make sure that you don't haggle or discuss price or try to negotiate with the merchant that you are having a transaction with. Try not to do that. Try to make sure that the amount that on your P2P platform is the amount that you want to transact, and that whatever you want to collect is what is there. Make sure that it's clear, you're following the entire processes of the P2P platform. Also, make sure that when you have any issue whatsoever, you raise an appeal. Make sure to quickly raise an appeal. Let customer service reach out to the support team, send a message to be sure that so that we can track the issue and we can also help to make sure that you get resolution for your issues. If you are not comfortable with a merchant or with a user, it's okay to not go on with the transaction. You can always cancel. If you feel like
Yeah.
you're not comfortable or you have suspicions, you can always, sometimes if you have suspicions in merchants, you can ask for extra KYC proof if it's necessary. But half the time, decide just leave it alone. Don't do it. Make sure that you are you follow all the rules of Binance. Make sure that you are not coloring outside the lines of Binance. Make sure that when you get a receipt from if you're a merchant, for example, if you get a receipt from a user, from a receipt of payments from a user, cross-check the name. Be sure that the name tallies with the name that you have received, so that you're not a victim of triangle scam or man in the middle scam or all the other scams that exist. So try as possible to um, dot all your I's and cross all your T's. And if you are confused and if you need to just check, okay, how far is my crypto knowledge? How far is my scam knowledge? You can also take the scam quiz on the P2P. If you go to the P2P page, you will see some banners now on your P2P page. Yeah. And you can swipe and you see one banner that says, test, top up your P2P skills. You can take a P2P skill test just to be sure that you are aware of
The
all the
level of
scams that
understanding.
exist,
Yeah.
and you are able to navigate your way through. So I hope everybody could understand that, and I hope you all could hear me. You're muted. You're muted, Ben.
Yeah, I saw I'm muted. Thank you guys so much for sharing with us. This has actually been a very solid session. There's a lot of information that has gone out today, and I promise to repurpose this particular webinar and share in our communities at least once every week. The reason is because a lot of people pass through the Binance P2P product for the first time every time, and they need to continuously hear these kinds of information to broaden their knowledge and to help them safeguard their funds. Those of us in that are listening in from Ghana, this was built particularly and specifically for you, to help protect you against issues like, oh, somebody used a third party account to pay you, and that transaction is associated with fraud. You want to dissociate from everything that has to do with fraud in executing your P2P transactions. Another important point to note, guys, is that when you send out a transaction using any means, do well not to indicate on your transaction as a description, oh, this payment is for Bitcoin, this payment is for crypto, or this payment is for Binance. When you
Yeah.
do that, you are exposing your your peers account, to some issues. It could create so many issues. I don't want to go into all of them in depthly, but you want to make sure not to include all of that, because even though you have an issue with the transaction, when you come to the support system doesn't necessarily require anything around description. It just
Yeah.
requires to see that this particular amount was sent. I think Messi touched on this a bit, because this is a key thing in this particular region, Ghana.
Yes. So when you're sending, especially for Ghanaian users, when you are making a mobile money payment or a bank transfer payment, try to avoid using crypto related terms in the narration. So if you are confused and you have to put something in narration, you can always put something like goods or purchase or transaction. These are simple words that do not that mean that you have done something, you have carried out a transaction with somebody, but it doesn't tell exactly what you did. This is prima facie evidence that a successful transaction happened. So you can put purchase, payment for purchase, transaction or goods or other things, but try to limit the use of crypto terms. Try not to put crypto terms at all. In fact, if you really want to put something there, you can always put your transaction number. You can take a transaction number and put it there as a narration. Try to use any other thing to indicate what it is. You can put your name there, your username as narration. You can do anything but use crypto terms. Please try not to do this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Messi, yet again. It's my pleasure to have hosted two colleagues of mine from the Binance P2P team, Messi Emmanuel, the growth and ops manager at Binance, Sonny as well, the P2P product manager at Binance as well. I'm so happy. We will do this consistently. When we bring new product offerings to us in Africa, we'll do well to have them on the call to expatiate on these product offerings and have a whole lot going on for us. If you have any questions, join the Binance Telegram, Binance West Africa Telegram group. It's called Binance West Africa. Search for that on Telegram, and you'll be able to join us. Ask your questions there, and the Telegram admin will be able to assist as much as possible. Any final words from you, Messi, before we go?
Thank you all for joining. I'm sorry I couldn't make it in, but thank you all for joining. I'm sure that Sonny took you through the exciting things that we have for you, from the cash zone to how to stay safe from scams, common scams that happen on the P2P platform. Again, if you're curious about becoming a cash merchant, please try as much as possible to come on the Binance platform. There's so many articles for you to read. If you want to find out more information about what it is to be a cash merchant, just come to Binance, type cash, and you will see all the articles that we have for you. You can read them and make up your mind to become a cash merchant. Also, try as much as possible to safeguard your account and keep yourself safe from all the possible scams that are out there. If you're unsure or you have questions, reach out to the support team. Reach out to us, to P2P team at p2p@binance.com. You can send us an email at any time, and we'll be there to respond to you. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you so much, Ben. Thank you so much, Sunny, for handling this. That's it from me, guys.
You're welcome, Messi. Thank you, Ben.
Sonny, your
Thank
last words
you.
before we go.
All right, so I think it's very important that as users we take note of the informations that we share, made available to our users. There are a lot of content that, if you follow through the Binance laid down guidance, you will not actually fall into the hands of scammers or any form of triangle scam. You will not lost your asset for any reason. The purpose of why we have the escrow account is such that if you are not comfortable to move forward, you can easily, just cancel the transaction or request an appeal, and you are not coerced or forced to finishing a transaction that might go bad. So it's very important to look at the different pop-ups. Information is shared. Don't be in a rush for any reason. If the money is not available in your wallet or your bank account, then you haven't received it. Don't let anyone talk you into releasing an asset. Your asset is saved into our escrow account. Nothing can pull it out of there except you do. So you must actually say that you have received the money fully before we can actually release the transaction. And then please look out for the instant pay option that's coming to Ghana soon. This is one that's also very, I think, is the safest because there are little or no interactions from both sides. All that needs to be done is once the payment is correctly made, the asset is released automatically. This way, it limits the number of things that could go wrong with a particular transaction. All you need to do is to make the payment correctly, and then the asset will be released automatically. So this is coming to Ghana
Mm,
soon. Before the end of November, we shall have the product live in Ghana. So please look out. We'll do a couple of more other activities. Maybe hopefully we'll also come to have a section like this and talk in details about the automated payment. This is what I have to share. Sorry, I had a bit of network issues.
it's fine. It's fine. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Sunny. I really appreciate every one of you. Messi, do you have something to add?
Oh no, thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, great. Great. I saw your smile. All right, guys, till we come your way next time. Thank you so much for staying tuned. It's a bye for now. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.